Are you ready for this Libra solar eclipse at 21 degrees happening on the 14th of October? Well, let's chat about it, see what it means, and we'll talk about what to do and not do. And yeah, let's go from there. So grab your notebook, grab your pen, and let's chat. So let's first talk about what not to do. And this is like long legends of this, like a long time ago till even recently. So first thing I will suggest is do not look directly at the eclipse. Now this one is 90% full, and it's why it's being called the Ring of Fire, right? So we're gonna have this really intense red ring around it, but it's really interesting that NASA is going to be shooting off rockets at this point, so more people will want to watch. Anyways, I digress. Getting back into what not to do. Do not look directly at the eclipse. And in ancient folklores, they would say you would go blind. It would burn your eyes, right? So this ring of fire can be super potent, and it will start to create a ripple effect. So things you do and start, or things that happen on eclipse day, tend to have a rippling effect. For 6 months after, you'll start to really feel the ripples start to like build up, but this is going to happen over a year and a half. So between now and a year and a half from now, 2025, whoo, your life is about to be changing in big ways. So what should you do? You should be introspective. Wearing white is highly encouraged. Burning incense, you can use your Palo Santo, your sage. Really keep it light and airy. It's also a day to eat light foods and just relax, because there can be a cleansing effect on bodies during this time, and it can be uncomfortable for a lot of people who are sensitive to the moon cycle and whatnot. It's just a very intense energy. So really keep it light and bright. Light foods, like I said, wear white. Don't bank on this day. That's another don't do any banking or giving money out on eclipse days. You will be eclipsing your money out. Get it? Get it? You're starting that ripple effect. So it's really not a time to, also another don't do big group activities. So if you have like a party going on, a Halloween party, it might be a little early, but we do have another eclipse happening at the end of the month on the 29th, 28th, 29th, and that is in Taurus. I'll get into it later on. Definitely stay low on that one. Try to avoid Halloween parties. But I digress. Back to us. Right now, 14th, let's talk about it more. So we are also conjunct the South Node in Libra. So we have this Libra solar eclipse, and then we have the Libra South Node in conjunction with this. So it's really, really Librafied. Did I just make up a word? I think I did. But what does that mean? Well, it means all of the themes of Libra are doubly potent, right? So the South Node are things we need to let go of. Past life. So we might be seeing returns of people from past lives. They just feel familiar to us. New connections can come in, but they don't feel new. Do you know what I'm saying? Also work, what's aligned, who's aligned, what type of seventh house. I just totally could not spit that word out, or that. Seventh house themes. So it's your audience and marketplace and your creativity and your connections and your partnerships. And that's with friends, relatives, your personal partner, who you link up with. And so you're really reevaluating everything. Who do you need to let go of? What job do you need to let go of? What old belief do you need to let go of? What old connections do you need to let go of? And what can be rebirthed, right? So what needs to be let go of to create new? It's definitely like a resurgence of who you are and who you're meant to be. So in the next year and a half, like I said, it's going to be huge because we have that Aries North Node, and it's about your fate, your path, your truth. It's not about anybody else's opinion. It's not about, the partner. It's not about it's you. Is it aligned with you? And this is where things get more intensified. So it's in the third decan of Libra as well. And I want to bring this up because it's really a destabilizing of the stock market. Yes. Look back at all the different times we've had. Hold on, let me get some dates. Black Monday 1987. That's the one that I could not think of real quick. But that happened, and in 2008 we had another stock market go poof. So these are going to be very intense times. And not only do we have this solar eclipse 21 degrees in Libra happening on the 14th, but then we have on October 28th, 29th, the Taurus lunar eclipse, and that is all about our safety, stability, security, nourishment, and it just gets more intense. And leadership as well. I don't want to forget that, because in the USA we have a weird crisscross happening with this eclipse, and it's going through the southern states and the northern, like Washington, and there's some in Portland, and then it goes down through Arizona and into Texas. Anyways, it's going to be really funky because that's where the stream is going through, right? But then the one we have coming up later on is going the other direction, and it's right over, it's a crisscross, literally an X over the US, which is crazy. And there's so much speculation in the astrology world of what that means. And we know the US is going to go through crazy changes. Not only do we have the Pluto, having its return the first time in 240 years. It's just big. But the fact that it's going, like, these are places that are going to be affected more so. So, the South, right? So Arizona into Texas, New Mexico. These are border themes that are going to be showing up more in the news too. So who's coming through the borders, safety, security of those aspects. What does that look like? It's just really intense, right? And it's only getting more intense as the month progresses. But this is kind of where the shift starts taking place. And like I said, in the next year and a half, the world, your world, is going to look much, much different. I do want to share too, it's funny that we always say don't look at the eclipse, right? And it's the ring of fire, and it's 21 degrees. So if you have 21 degrees Libra in general in your chart, check it out, because it's very much to be looked out for your eyesight in general. Like, that is one of the big concerns. Like, every zodiac has something, and every degree has something to kind of look out for. So specifically, it's about eyesight. And so please don't look at this solar eclipse, but also check your own chart to see if you have 21 degree Libra anywhere, because your eyesight is very, very important throughout your whole life. So interesting fact, right? So I want you to look at themes that have happened in your life. The last time we had the Libra eclipse and also the South Node in Libra. Everything is very similar. And this happened last on October 13th, 2004. And then you can also add 6 months after that, because it was 2004 to 2006 that we had the same eclipse cycle happening. So look back to 2004, October 14th, give or take those 6 months. And it could even be like a month prior that you can start to really see it and feel it. So look back to even, September 2004 and see what themes were happening in your life. And over the next 2 years from that, a year and a half, so 2004 October to 2006, I think it was August, look at those dates, see what happened in your life, and what you had to grow through, because you might see similar themes that come up. And what's neat is astrology is all about cycles, right? So that's how we can close out cycles and also not repeat old cycles. So if you are aware, you are awake. So look back at those dates and that time frame and see what was going on in your life. Like me personally, I moved, I had a long-term relationship, and I was all of a sudden in a new state, and so there's like those themes coming up, right? So look back, because big things happened, past tense, but also are going to start happening, and future tense will happen or have happened. So watch, look behind, and then you can start to kind of see what's percolating now. But the themes between now and the 28th this month are going to start showing you more and more what's going to change: your job, your location. It could be everything, your relationships, who's in your life, your friends, your belief system. You might have a new spiritual guru enter your life. It's all of these things and themes that can start coming up, right? So who are you connected to? What do you need to release? And what are you open to? Or what do you need to be open to? So Chiron's going to be really clicked into, and I don't want to get too into it because there's so many aspects to this. And if you do want to work with me, I can look at your chart and I can tell you how it's going to affect you personally, but you can get a hold of me in my link below. But if you have Chiron in Aries as well, and we also have the North Node in Aries, so it's all of these you themes being triggered again, on top of like this new beginning and big release. So collectively, this is going to again be with politics, it's going to be with government, it's going to be with our connections, it's going to be with just in general. Like this month is very intense, so just keep going with it. It's really about justice and injustice. So just be ready for anything. But again, it's going to be light and airy the day of, if you allow it to be. It's not a day to fight with anyone. It's not a day to bring conflict in any area of your life. And if you start to get anxious or worried or angry, find a healthy outlet. Be an Aries type energy and go burn off some energy. Like go on a walk, start a bonfire, do something active to get out of your head. Because if you don't do something actively, you can take an active approach verbally, and it can be very, it's just more hurtful than helpful. Let's just put it that way. And I could say that because I'm an Aries. So don't take offense. Yeah, just be mindful that day and who you allow around you. It's very Libra, right? So much Libra. Who is around you, and how much are you going to work as a team, right? Because they're the polar opposites. So you have to find the balance. Again, take it light that day and don't look at it. Okay, all right. I'm sending you so much love. Bye for now.